Do you like epic drums and percussion in your music? Do you want to add great sounding cinematic toms in your productions? Then keep watching! Hey friends and music makers! My name is Mike and I share my story and journey as a music maker and artist to inspire and motivate you. In this video I will review BlackToms 2 by Wavesfactory, which is a sample library for Contact focused on cinematic toms. Do you want to hear how it sounds? Alright, let's dive right into a sound demo of BlackToms 2 so that you can get a feeling for what this sample library can do for you. Nice! So what is BlackToms 2? Basically, it is a sample library for epic toms where you can easily customize the sound to suit your track. The library features up to 21 layers of 3 types of toms, which are all recorded in a dry studio environment. This means that you can dial up the perfect amount of room sound and reverb for your needs. Go from solo and close-up in-your-face sound to a big and spacious and bombastic ensemble, or anything in between. Now let's take a quick look at the user interface. I really like the clean layout and design of the UI. It is really easy to use, and this makes it even faster to work with. Dialing up the sound you need is a super fast process. Unless you get lost in the fun zone simply trying different settings, which I did. But if you get inspired, that is a good sign. The middle knob is the most important, and it controls how big the ensemble is. From solo to full 21 layers. A really cool feature is that it is controlled by the mod wheel, so you can automate the ensemble size in real time in your track. This effect is actually really interesting. Then you have a control for EQ, which I did not really use that much, but it's there for convenient tone shaping. There's a control to add a sub if you want your toms to have a deep low end, but I personally prefer to use a separate drum sound for that. The stereo width and distance knobs I used a lot to shape the character of the sound. The distance knob controls the mic positions. You can dial the toms to be far in the background or right up in your face. There's a knob to add reverb, but I usually prefer to use my own reverbs. The attack and release knobs I actually used a lot. With toms you always get this long ringing sound after the hit, and I like the ability to shape how long that ringing tone is. Also, sometimes I set the attack a bit slower to get a warmer sound without the initial attack. So, to sum up the user interface: clean, simple, easy to use, nice design and very effective in practice. Now I am going to share a list of my personal favorite things of BlackToms 2. 1. The ease of use. It is fast and easy to dial up the sound of your toms. The controls are intuitive and well thought out. 2. The user interface. The design is so beautifully simplistic, which makes it a true pleasure to use. Everything is clearly laid out, and I found it very easy to just dive in without reading the manual. 3. The sound. This library can only do one type of sound, which is cinematic toms, but it does it really well and the sound is great. It is especially satisfying using the solo to ensemble knob and hear the wonderfully big sound you get by increasing the size. Nothing is perfect though, and I always keep my reviews honest. So here are the main improvements I would personally love to see. 1. The response of some of the knobs has some areas that are very sensitive, so that it makes a very drastic difference in a very short range. 2. I don't personally like the sound of the reverb that much, and it would have been nice to control the sound and length of the reverb. And 3. I would really love it if there was an extra UI for effects to further shape the sound. Alright, now here is my overall review score of BlackToms 2 by Wavesfactory. In conclusion, I really love this Epic Toms library. The sound is great, the control of the tone is very deep, and the interface is simple and easy to use. So I give it my highest recommendation to music makers of all styles, but especially if you like to use epic percussion. If you want to know more about BlackToms 2, I will include a link to it in the description. I'm Mike, signing out, and you rock, my friends! Are you a music maker who wants to become successful with your music? Then join the Music Makers group on Facebook and meet and connect with fellow music makers on the same journey as you.